In this video, we're going to look at the common elements found in most websites. No matter what kind of site you're getting, whether it's a basic site or a dynamic e-commerce site, all websites contain a few basic elements. We'll look at the different types of sites and which one is best for you later on. These common elements include the header, footer, sidebar, main content, body, and background. Usually the information contained in the header, footer, and sidebars remains consistent throughout the site. Information contained in the main content will change from page to page. The header. Typically the header information will remain consistent through the site. In other words, the same header will appear on all web pages. So choose information for the header that will apply to every page, that aids in usability and site navigation while maintaining a consistent look or image branding. Header information can be your company logo and tagline, main contact info, such as company phone number and email, and main site navigation, view cart button, and login. Information that a visitor will want to get to easily and from any page. The sidebar. A website may contain a single left or right sidebar or double sidebar, one on both sides. Typically the sidebar remains consistent through the site or may change slightly to reflect different information for different site categories. The sidebar may contain main site navigation or secondary navigation. Example: imagine a website for a surf shop. One of the main navigation buttons may be clothing. Once clicked, you're taken to a clothing landing page where the sidebar changes to include links to clothing subcategories of men's tees, women's tees, board shorts, kids clothing, etc. You may want to include other easily accessible site information like contact info, login, or a newsletter sign up on your sidebar. The footer. The footer may contain secondary navigation or simple text links that duplicate the main navigation along with other contact info and your website copyright. The footer will remain consistent throughout the site, so keep site usability in mind when choosing information for the footer. Keep the footer simple. Because the footer is at the bottom of your web pages and may not be seen without scrolling down, don't put anything in the footer that is too important and is not accessible from another place. The footer typically does not contain content other than text, links, and images. Main content. Located in the center of the web page, under the header and above the footer, the main content area is where most page relevant information is placed. Main content information will and should change from page to page. The body. Together, the header, footer, sidebar, and main content area make up the body of the website. The background. Background is the area extending outside and around the body. Usually no site relevant information is found in the background. The background's purpose is to fill the extra space on a visitor's monitor and may appear as a solid color, gradient, repeating or tiled small image, or one large image filling the left and right side of the screen. Let's look at how these elements look on a live site. Here's an e-commerce site I developed for Coco Army Navy. The header is clearly defined. Notice the logo and images, bringing image branding to all pages, the view cart button on the top right, and the main site navigation. This site has a left sidebar with subcategory navigation to the product pages and flyout submenus for each product category. Even though the right side of this page looks like a right sidebar, it's not. Notice what happens when I move to another page. As you can see, there's no right sidebar, but the left sidebar remains the same. Now let's look at the main content area, as it appears here in the center of the page. Notice what happens when I move to a different page. The main content area changes, but everything else remains the same. At the bottom of the page, we have the footer. Notice the text links on the left and some basic contact information on the right. Together, these make up the body of the website. Then we have a gradient for the background shown on the left and the right side of the body.